So Rinoa was announced Tuesday for Dissidia, and here are my thoughts about that. Meh. Alright, I'm kidding. We all kind of knew it was going to be Rinoa from all the hints that were given. We knew it was from the new half, aka Final Fantasy 8 through 15, and it was female, so that kind of shortens the list a little bit. The other hints were that she hadn't been voiced before, so that kind of narrowed it down even further to, obviously, the PlayStation era Final Fantasy characters, and maybe 11, but I haven't played 11, so I don't know much about that. And then there was a third rumor that this character was created by Nomura himself, so after looking, I saw 11 didn't have any Nomura, and that obviously took out Final Fantasy 9, and that left us with only 8. And really the only character from that game that hadn't been voiced yet, well, characters actually would have really been, if they're of any worth, Abel and Rinoa. And if they were going with Abel, that would have been an interesting choice, but it was pretty obvious it was going to be Rinoa. Now, I don't really... It's just not my favorite game. I have a love-hate relationship with 8. Mostly hate. But if there was a character from 8 I would have wanted in there, probably Quistis. Because she's like the only character I do like, next to Laguna. But as we knew, this was a brand new one that hadn't been Dissidia before. But still, I am happy for the Final Fantasy VIII fans that they have a new character for them. And honestly, it's nice to have another female character. I mean, like, what, there's only about 4 or 6 now? Yeah, now I think this is the 6th one. Because, yeah, we have Terra, Y'shtola, Lightning, or maybe it's 7. Yeah, Terra, Lightning, Y'shtola, and that's for the, well, now Rinoa for the Cosmos side, or Materia side. Oh wait, no, Shantaro too. I keep forgetting about 11 a lot. So yeah, that's 5 for Cosmos, 7. So this is the 8th female character, with the 9th one coming. And more than likely, it is going to be, at least it better be Yuna. Because if it's Prish, that'll be a really interesting choice to go with Prish over Yuna, and B, honestly, I think it'd kind of be stupid. No offense to Prish fans, but I'm pretty sure Yuna has a bit more popularity over Prish. I could be wrong. You know, this was somebody who wanted a 9 character in the female slot. I mean, I really only wanted Freya, but Beatrix I would have been happy with, because I think Beatrix is a little bit more popularity compared to Freya, but, you know, if they ever do get to a Season 2, and here's hoping that they do, because I don't think Dissidia has been doing too well here in the States, you know, compared to the PSP versions. I mean, it was already a niche market, being, you know, originally a PSP game. You know, on top of that, it's Final Fantasy, so that even narrows it down even more. I mean, even with the Final Fantasy name, but, you know, I don't know about Season 2. I mean, it's doing well in Japan for what I've heard, so there's hoping with that. And, you know, watching the gameplay, Rinoa looks kind of fun. You know, maybe she'll be... I may have not liked 8, just because mainly its characters were not very fun to watch. And if you've seen my other videos, mainly World of Final Fantasy, you will know I have not enjoyed... I rip into 8 really a lot. And a lot of that is due to characters, and its battle system is just not really that fun. You know, I played it later in my life, you know, when I had a better grasp on how RPGs worked. Granted, like I said, I've said that 10-2 was actually the first Final Fantasy that, you know, whose battle mechanics I understood. So that's what I consider my first Final Fantasy. Because even though I did play 6, well 3 back then, 3 is what it was called back then, when I did try to play it, I couldn't get past the prologue, you know, because I was like 4 or 5 years old when it came out. Well, let's see, it came out in 94 here, yeah, I would have been like 3, but I didn't get a Super Nintendo till 95, so, you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure there are 5 and 6 year olds who did understand Final Fantasy 3, but sadly, I was not one of them. But anyway, I'm always looking forward to a new character for Dissidia, and Locke I've been enjoying, Vayne I've enjoyed. I mean, I didn't play a lot of 6. I did beat 12, and you know, it's... I just want more 9 characters. Just being a fan of that game. But hopefully I'll get Yuna, or we'll get Yuna, because that is another of my favorite characters, especially from Dissidia Duodecim. It's like I played as her and Lightning quite a bit, because those were games I enjoyed. So, those are my thoughts. And Rinoa, like I said, looks pretty fun to play. So, just we'll have to wait until August for the console version of Rinoa to be playable. But it seems like arcade players have been enjoying her, so we'll just wait and see.